today on 15 on 15.
Aruba's Prime Minister Mike Eamon represents the Kingdom of the Netherlands during the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development Goals. Plus, Aruba hosts a Wellness Week. And this is Operation Kunuku. Thank you for joining us on another edition of 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV with Daniela Piazzi. Let's get started with our latest local news topics. Throughout this past week, Aruba's Prime Minister Mike Eamon has been in New York on behalf of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to discuss sustainable development goals. In the past couple of days, leaders from around the globe have gathered to pledge for fast action on the new United Nations Sustainable Development Agenda and the landmark Paris Climate Agreement to create a better future for people and the planet. It has been a hectic week in the New York headquarters of the United Nations as Aruba's Prime Minister Mike Eamon represents the Dutch Kingdom at the UN Conference of Sustainable Development Goals.
A lot of pre-work that we have been doing both from the side of the Kingdom of the Netherlands as well as from the side of Aruba on the area of sustainability and promoting a vision of sustainable and shared development and prosperity has really taken a lot of grounds now at the universal level, and we feel that the platform that the United Nations is creating in order for countries to be supported and also guided and also inspired to reach higher levels of development where there's a greater connection between economic prosperity and well-being of our citizens. That vision that we have been articulating, we have been investing so much in Aruba is now really a part of a universal vision, and we are very proud that we have been forming part of this development from the beginning, and now it's really a vision that the whole world shares, and having so many partners in the world, both as NGOs but also countries, makes it very encouraging for us to continue on this pathway where we connect economic prosperity of the well-being of our citizens.
During this three-day event, numerous heads of state addressed the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. Another gathering focused on the current status by government internationally to curb the impact of climate change, and Aruba was an active participant in these discussions.
For some of us in particular, small islands like my own Aruba, this is a matter of immediate survival. For all of us, a matter of long-time survival. Leaving no one behind is central and essential to the Kingdom of the Netherlands. High inequality is now recognized as a key obstacle for achieving sustainable development goals. This calls for strong policies, strong institutions to ensure that the poorest and most marginalized groups are able to participate fully in the economy and in our societies. And they all will have to have the most benefit from the growth that we can realize through the Sustainable Development Goals.
However, the culminating moment of this event was most definitely the signing of the COP21 of Paris Agreement. The United Nations in New York held a signing ceremony on Friday in which heads of state, foreign ministers, and government officials gathered to sign the 197-nation Paris Climate Agreement. UN insiders understood the signing of the Paris Climate Agreement was intended to affirm the organization's 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, a plan to end poverty, fight inequality and injustice, and tackle climate change by 2030.
A very special moment. Many countries were represented here by their presidents, by the Prime Minister, and the Kingdom of the Netherlands decided to ask the Prime Minister of Aruba to sign on behalf of the Kingdom of the Netherlands this very, very important world agreement that has reached a world record in amount of countries that supported one agreement in the United Nations. 175 countries supported the agreements. We could have heard the pride and the satisfaction also in the final statements of the Secretary General Ban Ki-moon of how happy and how satisfied he is also that so many countries signed the Agreement of Paris. So all in all, a great week for the world, great week for the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and a great week naturally also for Aruba that played a very important role in this process.
We'll have more on the developments of this United Nations conference throughout the week. So stay with us, and also we'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a quick commercial break. When we come back from the break, Aruba Aloe celebrates its 125th anniversary in a very special way. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. For the entire month of June, Aruba will be hosting a holistic wellness program. This is the perfect opportunity to recharge with invigorating yoga, Tai Chi or Pilates, or explore the island's off-property adventures such as organized beach walks and captivating Caribbean nature hikes. The three-time Emmy Award-winning national TV host Karen Shaler, which is the creator and host of Travel Therapy TV, gives us a sneak peek of this Wellness Week.
The Caribbean island of Aruba is a travel therapy favorite luxury escape with miles of breathtaking beaches to help you relax and rejuvenate. Some of my favorites, Baby Beach with its shallow, calm lagoon, and the stunning Eagle Beach where you'll find Aruba's famous fafoti trees. To make sure you're relaxed and pampered, Aruba has hundreds of special spa experiences set in magical fairy tale settings. And the fairy tale continues at Aruba's many award-winning resorts that specialize in creating quiet and peaceful settings, helping you unwind and de-stress. Of course, no travel therapy experience would be complete without delicious cuisine, and Aruba delivers with more than 300 restaurants. I love that 25 of them are right on the water, serving up incredible meals with priceless views. It's no wonder Aruba is affectionately nicknamed One Happy Island. Who wouldn't be happy with inspiring scenery like this? And coming up in June for the entire month, Aruba is celebrating its happy, healthy heritage by hosting its first Aloe Wellness Month Aruba with hundreds of unique wellness activities across the island, honoring the 125th anniversary of Aruba's aloe, the island's #1 export. For a sneak peek of Aloe Wellness Month in June, visit aruba.com and follow #AloeMonthAruba. For Travel Therapy, I'm Karen Shaler. Until next time, safe travels.
Moving forward, recently 2 graduated students of the University of Washington created a pair of smart gloves that can translate American Sign Language automatically into text or speech, designed to help bridge the communication gap between the deaf and hearing communities. The Sign Aloud gloves use sophisticated sensors to recognize ASL gestures. These gloves can convert sign language into spoken word. Sign Aloud was invented by 2 Universities of Washington students.
Hello. My name is Thomas. And this is Naveed. We are inventors.
The glove can translate American Sign Language into speech or text. The hand movement sends the information to a computer using Bluetooth. The computer then picks the most likely word from a database of ASL signs.
You were to say, hello, I'm well, thank you. It would look something like this.
Hello. I'm well. Thank you.
The inventors say that the gloves can be used for other purposes, such as monitoring stroke patients or motion control in virtual reality. Sign Aloud isn't the first or only ASL translating device in the market, but it is less bulky and easier to use than others.
By simply putting on a pair of gloves, those who utilize American Sign Language can now communicate with the rest of the world the same way they communicate with each other.
Before we go to the break, for the lovers of live jazz local music, Fusion Wine and Piano Bar will be hosting a very unique music festival. This happy hour, which will feature Kendall Jackson Avant Wine, will be on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with love of local music by musicians such as Xavi Cruz, Edward van der Biesen, and Bamboo. For relaxing jazz music and great wine, this is the perfect place to gather. We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a quick commercial break. After the break, this 500-dog sterilization program will soon be up and running. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. Animal Balance, a volunteer organization from the United States, is sending a team of 20 professionals to Aruba to perform sterilization on stray dogs, trapping and then fixing the dogs in the dump at Barquisimeto. All dogs that are trapped will be returned to the same place where they were found once they were sterilized. While the main focus of Operation Kanuku is humanely trapping the dogs at the Barquisimeto dump, you can also help your neighborhood by bringing some of the strays living on your street to be operated.
Our main focus is obviously the safety of the street dogs. So although we're bringing in supplies to do 500 dogs, which will include vaccination, our first concern is the safety. So if we don't reach that target, that'll be because there's some problems that have happened due to malnutrition of dogs, dehydration, but our goal is to try and do 500.
The initiative began when Aruba's visitors grew concerned for the amount of stray dogs that were loose on the island and were eager to help.
For the street dogs. It mostly started through the concern of tourists. Tourists were coming to the country, including myself. I used to be a tourist here on Aruba. And we started realizing that there was a problem with street dogs and the only way to resolve it humanely is to do a sterilization campaign. And this is hopefully going to be one of many. It needs to be a sustainable program and it is all funded by donations. So the more donations we have, the more often we can do them.
For this large-scale spay and neutering program, Operation Kanuku has attracted volunteers from around the globe.
Bringing Animal Balance to Aruba. Animal Balance is a non-profit organization out of Washington State, the US. They're responsible for bringing in the professional people for this campaign, so the surgeons, the technicians, the professional trappers. And then we have about another 40 local and international volunteers that will be doing the non-professional jobs. But Animal Balance is a non-profit that primarily does Caribbean islands, Galapagos Islands, Hawaii Islands, and they all do sterilization of cats and dogs.
This free sterilization clinic for street dogs and puppies will handle a maximum of 500 dogs and puppies for this year's campaign. All dogs treated will receive free vaccinations against parvo and distemper and flea and tick prevention treatment. All dogs will also receive a small tattoo on their ear to indicate they were operated. Plataforma Lady Cacho is in full support of this campaign, and we ask you, as an owner of a dog, to please keep all dogs inside of your property, because if your dog's outside, they will be trapped and sterilized. For more information, you can visit Operation Kanuku on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. These were your local news updates and trending Aruba topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of your latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV. See you then.